What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at it again, 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Oklahoma City, Copart, yard number 18. I'm gonna jump right into this because the first one, I find it very difficult to believe. I'm looking at it because I'm like, I can't believe it's 1,500 bucks. Let's check it out. That's right, you're looking at a 2010 Hyundai Genesis for $1,500. It's listed as a run and drive. It is a rebuilt title. So, you know, that could be a good thing. It could also be a bad thing. You don't know who rebuilt it. You don't know the quality of their work. So the only thing you can do is just kind of walk around and take a look. Body lines. All right, not too bad. Not too bad at all, honestly, right? Now you get over here and that's where things start, you know, looking a little sketchy. The body lines definitely don't match up here to here at all. The hood is far down. You can actually bump the fender. This was replaced. There's a ton of orange peel. I mean, more orange peel than there should be on any car, to be honest with you. And I don't know how well this can. There we go. It picks it up. Yeah, the iPhone does great, man. It does. Look at that orange peel. I mean, there's just so much orange peel. So if you want to know what body panels were involved, look for the orange peel. And that's generally what you can count on for almost every car, guys. Almost any car, you see orange peel like this. All right, now look as we transition over to this door. See the difference? See that difference? Look how bumpy that is. That's what orange peel is, guys. Just trashy looking paint versus really smooth, glossy paint. So definitely an issue on this side. This fender sounds hollow. Very hollow, very, very hollow. You can see there's fender liner pieces missing under here as well as back there. So already we're seeing that whoever did it cheaped out on some of the cheapest parts, which are plastic components. Plastics. Come on, man, you don't cheap out on plastics. They decided not to put the grill back in, so this is probably just a quick flip. No orange peel here, none here, none here. None back here. So as we start going around the car, it's evident that it took a hit to the passenger side front end area, and that's probably about it. Lots of scratches. The rest of the car looks pretty decent and average for the year. And the mileage, that's another thing to keep in mind. It has a lot of miles, 168,000 miles on the clock, guys. So let's take a look at the interior. Oh, wow. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. I just didn't expect the interior to look like this. I mean, this is pretty rough. This is pretty rough. Wow. Okay, it is push to start. Oh. She's dead. Okay. The steering wheel has crushed my leg. Ooh. Let's pop the hood. And this will give us an opportunity to take a closer look at any potential damage to the fender apron down here. I would definitely be interested to see. I'm actually interested in this car, guys. Number one, it's already a rebuilt title. Saves me from having to deal with that. Unfortunately, just look at the lines here, man. These are just so bad. You got sheet metal screws. Come on, guys. Come on, we could do better than that. We could do better than that. Yeah, anyway, taking a look down at the, well, I call it a frame rail, even though these are unibody cars. Just bear with me. Frame rail, okay? Frame rail. And it looks all right. The header panel up here, / core support. People get all pissed off if I call it one thing or another, so whatever. Fender apron. Straight. Looks good. The bolts actually line up. The holes actually line up. I'm actually really surprised. This actually looks decent. I was going to take that off, but this actually looks pretty good. I'm surprised. I think with a little bit of tweaking, all of this would go right back together. Right back together. Now, I'm not sure if that's something I could do. I'm not a body guy. I'm just not good at it, number one. And number two, I really am not interested in body work. That's the thing. You know, I don't mind doing electrical. I don't mind doing mechanical. I don't enjoy body work. I'm not interested in it. I'm fascinated by it. I'm interested in watching other people's videos as they do body work. Just for me, it's just not something I'm interested in. That's water. That's not even coolant. That's water. And if you look down there, there's nothing in it. It's dry as a bone. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Check the oil real quick. Still $1,500 for a... Oh my goodness. What is that? Look how full that oil is. Okay, the full mark is down here at the bottom, and it's all the way up. It's more than twice full. So the proper thing to do would be to wipe the dipstick off. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to wipe it with. I mean, it does have oil, so I guess that's the good thing, right? That's what's important, is she has oil. There's motor honey in it. There's motor honey in it. You know, I've done that trick back in the day where I've thrown motor honey in things. You know what I do? I wipe off with some brake cleaner and a rag. I wipe off the threads and I wipe off the cap, because as soon as someone goes to pull this, if they're looking for it, and after that Mustang GT I bought, I'm being a little more cautious these days. When you pull this off, you see this, you probably can't see, but the stringy, that is motor honey. Okay. Now we're starting to see a clear picture here of why this thing is here. Now I'm not quite sure where the battery is located or where the jump points are on this. This is going to be what over here? That's the relay center, and there's no jump spot there either. It's almost got to be under here, doesn't it? Ugh. Yeah, it's going to be under here. Let me see if I can get this off and get a jump on it. All right, we got some juice. Let's see how much rattling she does when we fire her up. Either that or they put so much grease down that engine that it won't ever make a noise again. Well, she's a little noisy on the top end, but that could go away. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, guys. Sometimes these cars don't get started for a long period of time. And it takes them a while for the top end to quiet down. Push enter. I don't even... Where's enter, man? Where... passenger airbag, temperature, blah, blah, blah. Is that enter? No? Where... I don't know where... I'm probably looking right at the dang thing and I don't see it. It says push enter. I don't see an enter button. Maybe it's right here? No? Hell, I don't know. The cars want me to push something and I don't even know where the damn thing is. I mean, overall, guys, it's not an awful car. It needs a heck of a cleaning. It needs somebody to tell you where the enter button is. Because I sure don't know. I don't know. We've got an AFLS off light, TPMS light, airbag light. Okay, so she's got some. It's got a sunscreen back there. Look at that, like a Mercedes. Look at that, and it works. Now that's luxurious right there. I would love to push the enter button on this to see if everything up here works. Unfortunately, it just says push enter to accept. Oh, these are sticky buttons. Wow. It's probably right in front of my face. Is it right here? Matt. Oh, wow. Whoa, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. Oh, these buttons are so sticky. And the screen keeps doing these weird things. Okay, there we go. There we have access to the radio now. Yeah, she works. All right, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. What about map? Can we pull up a map? Yeah, I don't... The buttons are so dang sticky. This needs a thorough cleaning, man. And I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, that's no good. Let's test the air conditioning. I'm gonna bet it doesn't work. I can't see the air conditioning controls, so there we go. Let's boy, these buttons are, a lot of them just don't work. Like these don't do anything at all. It says the air conditioning is on, but this car is pretty bad, guys. It's pretty bad. Let's put it in reverse. Backup camera works. Goes backward. It goes forwards. And the engine isn't making any noise. The steering feels fine. Looks like we got heated and cooled seats, but again, sticky buttons. It's heated and cooled seats on the driver's, just heated seat on the passenger. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's pop the trunk. Take a look back there, see what's going on. I'll give it this though, man. It runs good. Oh my! Did something just run through here? Oh no, that's trash. That's trash. This must be a repo. Or maybe it sat for a long. Maybe it's got a bad transmission. I don't know. Like those leaves, it looks like this car's just been sitting, and it's full of somebody's stuff. So I don't really want to be messing with all that. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this one, guys. Even though I feel like $1,500 is a good price for it. I don't think this is the right car for me. Not at all. Hey, it looks like you could, put the body lines back together, and honestly, I think you could send it to Mako. They could have done a better job on that orange peel. Needs a chrome strip up here that's missing, but overall, man, not bad. Not bad. The tires look decent. It could be a good car for someone, but not me. I'm just, come on now. Let's put all this stuff back where it goes. I'm just not interested in it, guys, especially with it being low on coolant like that and way overfilled on oil. Nah. We'll walk away from this one. Comment below. Tell me what you think of the Hyundai Genesis that doesn't blow out of. I don't even feel air blowing out anywhere. This car is just nah. Pass. Moving on to the next one, guys. Well, I figured before we go look at the next car, I'd take you guys to look at a few bikes and maybe some mopeds and who knows what else we got all sitting over here. I don't. I haven't been over here in a while. And I thought, you know what? A lot of you guys love seeing these things. So I don't know anything about bikes. Nothing. All I do know is a couple names. Indian, right? I know that name. And Harley Davidson, I know that name. So generally when I see those, I'm like, ooh, there's a Harley Davidson. Ooh, there's an Indian. But, full transparency, guys, I don't know anything about these bikes, man. They've always kind of, they kind of scared me. I was a kid, my dad put me on the back of a bike, and it caught on fire while I was riding on it with him. That was a little traumatic, but then my mom tried to learn how to ride a bike, the same bike that caught on fire with me, and she kind of got a little scared and drove it straight into the back end of one of our neighbors' parked cars. It's not funny, but it's funny now. You know what I mean? She came home bloody. Like her face, her legs, like she was tore up. And I remember being like a 4-year-old kid, I was traumatized to see my mom bloody like that. Like it hurt me in a bad way. And I have never really been all that interested in getting a bike. Just haven't. Not to say that I wouldn't. Now that I'm getting older, it does seem appealing to get onto one of these. I don't think I'm one of these big cruiser style bike guys. If I was a bike guy, honestly, I don't know what I would ride. It wouldn't be one of these, crotch rocket style bikes. Don't get me wrong, I like them. I mean, they're good looking bikes, and this is a small enough one. I think even I could ride this one. I could probably handle this one without too much fear once I learn how how the throttle and the gears and all that stuff work. Because I have no idea, guys. I got no clue how to use it. I know where the brakes are because I remember those from the days I rode bicycles. you know, maybe something small like that just to get go, or maybe, okay, maybe an 1800 is a little on the big side. You know, that may be just a smidge too much for me. Yeah, I think if I was going to start out, it'd probably be something pretty small, you know, maybe like a 600. But I'm thinking if I was a bike guy, you know, if I was a bike guy, I think it'd be something like this, honestly. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know where that places me as far as biker dudes go. But this looks like something I would roll on. You know, it looks like it's comfortable. It doesn't look like it's some kind of super aggressive crotch rocket. I really am not interested in crotch rockets, man. I'm not. Yeah, I could see myself on one of those. Hell, I could see myself on one of these too. And I guess this is probably a little more of a cruiser bike. But, you know, I could see that. I could see that. I like that. I like that. All right, let's take a look. Hold on, what is this? I walked right by this, a Razor, man. This thing is huge. This is like this is the party Razor. The party Razor, man. Good Lord, look at this thing. Boy, she took a nap. Did you guys see Weston Champlin's video on the Polaris he bought? Man, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. These are again things I know absolutely nothing about. I grew up dirt floor poor as well as a kid, man, so I could never even dream to owning something like this. Proud of him for what he's accomplished, man. 1 million subscribers. I've been following that man since before he hardly had any subscribers, so congratulations to him. He's done a lot of work. He earned it. But, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to watch him go out and rip on one of these. I never really had much interest in these until I watched him thrashing on that thing, and I was like, damn it, Weston, you're gonna make me go out and buy one, and I can't afford one. I really kind of like that that Razor he got, man. I really do. Okay, this is kind of clean. It's again kind of a crotch rock and not really something I'd be interested in. I do kind of like that though. I remember one day I came out here and I messed with you guys on a was it a Bugatti? A Bugatti. Oh boy, can I edit that one out? Man, I can't remember the name of it. It's an Italian bike. It's a real popular bike. But again, I don't know anything about bikes, so you can't hate me for it. It is a Bugatti. That's what it was, a Bugatti. Man, I came out here and I totally screwed with y'all. And I was like, what is this, some Chinese bike? It looks like one of those Chinese bought, you know, in a box bikes, and y'all ripped me a new one. But I said, like, within 10 seconds of saying that, I came back and I told y'all I was just kidding. I knew that was like an Italian super bike. But for the life of me, the name of it actually escapes me at this point. But I'm sure you guys will comment down below, or maybe we'll see one and it'll jog my memory. Man, I had a friend back in the day who used to live in Oklahoma City. He had one, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. That's crazy. It's like forgetting the name of a Lamborghini. Truly, right? And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for it on here. I know you guys are going to just hammer me, but God, I'm not going to remember it. I'm just not going to remember it. Here, honestly, this is my style. Right here. This is the type of bike I should ride. No, not the Harley. This one right here. BMW, all right, that's, wow. Okay, so, yeah, I kind of, sort of like it. I don't like this. I don't like the engine stick, like, why is the cylinder head sticking? That to me just doesn't look good at all. Not good at all. Now this is a clean old bike, man. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, you can tell she's an oldie. She's an oldie. It's a Honda. Okay, Honda Rebel. It's got Pirellis on it. How about that? Well, I bet anybody that knows bikes is watching this just shaking their head right now like, oh, Randy. I'm sorry, guys. Apologize in advance, but, you know, bikes just aren't my thing. But at least give me some props. I'm out here recording this for you bike guys and bike gals. There's a few females that watch my videos, man. A few, not many, but, you know, at least I'm out here recording the content so you can look at this stuff if you're interested in it. I remember that. I wonder how many of you remember this Bible and where it came from. I'll tell you in a minute. Drop your comment if you remember that Bible, because it belonged to a car that was sitting in a million pieces right here, and it was a fatality. In fact, I think it was a double fatality if I remember correctly. Well, that's crazy to see that there. That tells you how long I've been recording these Copart videos, man. I've been doing this a long time. I don't want to step in that oil. Wow. Seeing that Bible just kind of jarred me. It really did. That brought back memories. And then when I looked up to see if there was a story on that accident, because it was kind of a high-profile car, there sure was. And yeah, really sad that I know at least one person died. I'm pretty sure that both people did too. I think it was the, one driver, one passenger. It was a two-seater car. And I don't think neither one of them made it. I don't see how either of them could have made it, honestly. Looking back, I can still picture that car in my head. That one bothered me, man. That one really got to me. Okay, now that we're out and you guys have had a minute to comment, it was a Dodge Viper. It was cut in half, I think, maybe even cut in 3 pieces. They went off the road and hit like a tree or a telephone pole, and the car just blew up into pieces, man. Just destroyed, shattered it into a million pieces. Anyway, that Bible was sitting on top of the car, and I just remember seeing that, and I was like, I almost brought a tear to my eye, man, seeing that. Just, I don't know, something about it just really touched me. Feel bad for people when things like that happen, and I'm not one to sit here and speculate that they were driving too fast. Who knows, man? Who knows? I can't tell you guys, since I moved from the country, and I live, over an hour away from Copart now, just driving here is dangerous. Every day that I drive to Copart and every day that I drive back home from the city, it is super dangerous. I'm out there driving normal, and I got people cutting me off, slamming on their brakes. No reason for it. No reason. There's no race. Nobody's racing. I'm trying to get where I'm going. I got people damn near running me over, trying to kill me for no reason, so that they can get to an exit 10 seconds faster than I do. I don't get it. But I'll tell you this, man, driving has changed a lot since I started driving back in 1997. Okay, well, I started driving when I unlawfully borrowed a car back in 1995 or 6. In fact, I started driving before that. I stole my dad's car, Chrysler Cordoba. Yeah, I blew it up. But I took it to the fair and hopped the fence so I could get into the fairgrounds, and that would have been like in 94, 95. I was 14, 15 years old at the time. I've been driving a long time, and the fact is, things have changed a lot. Things have changed a lot. Everybody wants to kill you now. Everybody out there is trying to kill you. It's kind of terrifying. But that's why I love driving that big old Ram 2500 of mine, man. Because you cars out there that drive like idiots, that's fine, man. Go ahead, cut me off and cut it too close, because you think I'm going to hit the brakes for you? Not a chance, man. I'm going to run right over you. Won't bother me one bit. I won't lose 1 hour of sleep, not 1 minute of sleep. I won't. I will not. I got no sympathy and no patience. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a custom plate for the back of my truck that says, I'll hit you. ILLHITU. I'll hit you. Just to give people fair warning when they come up on me that, don't think I'm going to slow down for you, because I won't. I got no issue running you over for acting like an idiot. I like this. Can you tell? I'm looking at this. I don't even know exactly what this is, but I like this. This is a 2014 Polaris RZR 900. I would love to start this. Unfortunately, the key's right in it. Dummy, the key's right in it. I like this. I really like this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but man, ever since seeing Weston, I can't help it now. I'm just like, someone left the ignition on. That sucks. That sucks. I would have loved to have fired this one up. I'm guessing the hood just opens from the front or in the back. Where's the dang engine on this? Okay, the engine ain't up there. I can tell you that. So the engine's back here. Oh yeah. See, I walked right by it. How can you miss that? I'm assuming this just pops off. Where's the where do you jump start it at, man? Yeah, I don't know. Guys, I don't know anything about this. Truthfully, I don't need one of these, man. But I could use a new lawnmower. My Deere is great, But I would love one of these zero turns, man. I really would. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for bikes and ATVs. This one, though, golly, look at this thing. It's a monster. It's a beast. One day, Randy. One day you can have a toy like that. Maybe. Or maybe you won't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, guys. It looks like the weather is trying to change on us out here a little bit, so let's get to the next car. All right, how about a truck? This is a, I think it's an 06 Chevy Colorado. Looks like a Z71 package because she's beefed up. Just took a, you know, a little hit right here. Honestly, to me, it doesn't look that bad, but I can't really see the frame rail. Frame rail is somewhere right here, and it looks like the majority of the hit was over here. So the fact that the hook still looks straight tells me that the frame is probably okay, and it's just going to be fender, inner fender, front bumper, headlight, grille, obviously the header panel, maybe core support. 158,000 miles. She's got some miles on her, guys. She's got some miles, but there we go. I know the hood looked like it was open, but I knew it wasn't. I could tell the hood was not open. Man, I need one of these stubby antennas for my Jeep. You think Copart would mind? If yeah, they would mind. I'm just joking, guys. I actually already ordered one for my Jeep from Amazon. Every time I go to the car wash, I have to take the antenna off because the first time I went through a car wash and left it on, it totally destroyed my antenna, man. Totally destroyed my antenna. So that's something that I decided to replace ASAP. Okay, this isn't too bad, guys. I expected that this was going to be totally destroyed. Tweaked, maybe, yes, a little bit down. This is thin metal. You could tweak this back. The fender apron right here that the fender actually bolts to, it looks... Everything under here looks good, guys. I don't know how well you can see back there, but everything looks... This is cosmetic. That's cosmetic, and it looks like a lot of this may be cosmetic as well. Yes. Well, maybe not. Maybe not where the headlight buckets are. Basically where the headlight assemblies rest. Obviously, that took a bit of damage. Looking under here, you can see the metal is definitely tweaked. Ah, there's damage to the fender apron right there. Yeah, you couldn't see it from up top, but right here it's damaged. Again, though, thin metal. Very thin metal. This doesn't look like it's that bad. It doesn't. The wheel looks almost straight on this side, maybe pulled out a little bit to the driver's side. This one's also turned a little to the driver's side, so I think the suspension is fine. Got that Vortec 3500. Isn't that the same engine that they use in the Hummer? I could be wrong about that. It seems like that would be an awful small engine for a Hummer, doesn't it? Truck smells good. That is a doornail. Smells good. Obviously, she's got good tread on the tires. I didn't do this, by the way. That's not me. That was not me. I did not back into this. I haven't even started this thing yet. You got that hard cover. Yeah, Z71 package. She looks good, guys. Honestly, overall, she looks great. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's put a jump on it and let's hear it run. All right. Moment of truth. She is listed as a run and drive. Change oil. Wow, it actually runs great. It's quiet. There's not even any warning lights on. Not even an airbag light, guys. Nothing. You got a little Kenwood head unit in here. A DDX 719. What, does the AC work? I didn't hear the compressor. No. Yeah, there may be damage to the radiator and damage to the condenser. I'm not going to go backwards, obviously, because I have a truck rammed up the behind of this. There we go. Yeah, she goes forward, she goes backwards. AC does not work. Important window does. So does that one. It's good enough for me, man. Let's go to the engine real quick and let's take a look back here, see if there's any any damage. No, everything back here looks good. It's just a good looking truck, guys. I really like this. I really like this. It's nice and quiet. I don't think there's any radiator damage though. Do you? It looks like all the damage was over here. The radiator's over here. So I don't see how there could be any, I don't see how there could be any condenser damage either for that matter. The AC compressor is not running though. Man, you could drive this home. If you just rip this off, you know what I mean? Just pull this sucker off. And you could, I mean, you probably shouldn't drive this home, honestly. But you could, I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you could drive it home. Wouldn't be an issue, I don't think. Yeah, guys. I like this. I do, I really like this. We'll see what happens. I literally have about $12,000 worth of cars that I am bidding on right now. I don't think in fact, I know I don't. Who am I kidding? Who I'm trying to kid myself, I guess. I don't have the budget right now for this. As much as I would love to get this and slap a fender on it. Okay, it'd be a little more than a fender, guys. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I don't have the budget. So that's it. Let's, ow, dang. Ah, you can. By the way, guys, be careful out here in the yard, man, because there are pieces of cars hanging out that will get you. Now, let's move on to the next one. No, Randy, not again. Do not get another police car. 2014 Ford Taurus police car. This is an Iowa Tribe Police Department car. Oh, does it say no keys? Locked? Oh, no, come on, man. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. That just ruins this whole car for me. Okay, so she took a hit high up, obviously. There's not really any damage to the bottom here. A little bit of tweaking here, but that's not from getting hit directly. It's from being hit up here. Whatever it was, hit way up high. So that's possibly a saving grace. This damage, I don't believe, is actually related directly to that damage. It's not like this was crunched in. You know, this went up on something else. It's not like this shoved this fender back, I don't think. So they took, well, they took everything off. You can see where the light bar used to be. That just makes this car less desirable for me. Boy, this car's seen some back roads, hasn't it? I don't know where the Iowa Tribe is out here. But man, this car, you could tell this car's been on some back roads, man. I bet this car's got stories. I'll bet she's got stories to tell. They took out the seat. I think usually they put like a plastic seat that's got a special groove in the back for you to put your handcuffed hands into. Generally, I don't think they have these nice, comfortable leather seats in there, but you know, maybe they do. You know, the Taurus is actually a pretty big car, guys. She's kind of a big Bertha, man. She's a big girl. She's a big girl. Wow. Boy, wait, let me tell you something. I used to work, I've said this a million times, so I don't really need to say much else about it, but I used to work at Oklahoma Two-Way Company on Lincoln Boulevard in Oklahoma City back when I was a kid. You know, they have child labor laws for a reason, but that never stopped them from putting me to work. I was an installer as a very young child. You know, I probably wasn't more than 12 years old, and I was doing not Ford Tauruses, but back then we had the regular cop cars, man. We had the Crown Vics, and I did a lot of installs and uninstalls. I hated uninstalls the most. I really did. Sometimes the police department is Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, is Oklahoma Sheriff's Department, Oklahoma City Police Department. We had a lot of contracts, and a lot of times when they get their new fleet of cars, they bring the old ones in. And I got to uninstall. Back then, guys, radios back in the day, we just to give you an idea how big they were, we called them trunk mount units, all right? They were trunk mount units, and they were, I can't get this open. Oh, man. They were massive. These were massive, heavy Motorola, and I think Uniden. Boy, it's been obviously it's been a long time, guys. We're talking 1992 Okay, so it's been a cool minute for me. Then you had Realm, which stood for Regency Electronic Land Mobile, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time, guys, but I remember doing the installs on the radios on these cars, and man, it's a job. It's a job. And today we didn't do the lights and the sirens. We were strictly responsible for the radios, which is the lifeline for the police department. You know, honestly, when you think about it, the radio communication is the lifeline of each one of these police cars, man, and the police officers within them. So it was an important job that no 14-year-old, or sorry, 12-year-old, by 14 I was doing some other stuff, guys. By 14 I was done with this. By 1994, the shop had actually closed. If I remember correctly, it has been a long time, and I was a kid, so my timeline may be off a little bit, but I do believe by 94 the shop had closed down, went out of business, and so obviously I wasn't doing this anymore. But man, I got a lot of memories pulling radios and installing new equipment into these old cop cars. Unfortunately, guys, with no keys, the hood stuck, it's got some pretty good damage to the front. I'm gonna have to walk away from this one. Next on my list, a 2020 Dodge Charger Scat Pack. Yeah, that's right. $392, man. Looking at this car, it kind of reminds me of my Hellcat. And for just a brief moment in time, you guys know that book? A Brief History in Time? Yeah, anyway, most of you won't get that reference. That's fine. But for just a brief moment, it made me miss my Hellcat. It did, man. What was that Hellcat of mine? 717 horsepower or something like that. Man, the supercharger whine. Granted, the Hellcat's totally different from a Scat Pack. That's a whole nother level of awesomeness. But the Scat is a wonderful, wonderful performance car all of its own, man. Absolutely. You won't hear me say one negative thing about this car. I'll say a bunch of negative things, so it won't just be one. I'm kidding. It's listed as a start. Obviously, she ain't gonna go anywhere. She ain't gonna start neither. 2020, man. What's the mileage on this? It can't be much. I don't see the miles. Man, nice car. And you know, as I was saying, like, for just a moment, I really was kind of missing my Hellcat. I can't lie. Then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what I don't miss about my Hellcat? Guys, the payments on that Hellcat were $1,000 a month. Insurance, I don't remember what insurance was. I don't pay attention to insurance. But it was probably around $150 or so a month, full coverage insurance on that car. It was a relatively expensive car, man. One of the most expensive cars I ever bought. The only car that was more expensive than that I owned was the Tesla. I think it was a 2016 Tesla S P90D with Insanity and Insanity Plus. Not Ludicrous. It was called Insanity and Insanity Plus modes. That car was faster than the Hellcat, at least in 0 to 60, where it counted anyway. Where it counted, that Tesla would have stomped a Hellcat all day long. I think it was 0 to 60 in like 2.6 seconds. You know, at stoplight digs and stuff, man, it'd slaughter anything on the road. Anything, including my Hellcat. But as I was sitting here, you know, for just that brief second, about a million things can go through your mind in a second, you know. I thought about it, I was like, you know what? It's a great car. This is a great car too. You know, it is. Scat Pack's a good car for sure, but there's just something to owning your car outright. You know, maybe none of my cars are this fast or anything near this new or near this nice. But, you know, my old Mustangs, old Corvettes, and yeah, I'm bidding and winning another Corvette as I speak, and I'm about to be bidding on yet another one because I found another Corvette sitting out here that I want as well. So, you know, yeah, they're old. They're not nearly as fast. They're not nearly as impressive, you know, when it comes to performance and the numbers and everything. But there is something to be said, guys, about owning your car. You don't owe the bank. You don't have to make payments on it. You know, it's yours. It's your car to do what you want. Now, there are some negatives to it too. You don't get a warranty on a used car, so that's something to be mindful of. Warranties are good. Warranties are real good. You know, obviously I don't own my 2019 Ram 2500 outright. You know, I make payments on it. It's got 30,000 miles on it now, but it's got warranty. You know, it's got warranty. My Jeep I do kind of regret buying the Jeep. The Jeep was one of my impulse buys. In fact, most of my worst decisions have been impulse buys, guys. Truthfully. I think most of y'all know that by now, though. The Hellcat impulse buy. You know, there really is something to just owning your car outright. It feels good. It just feels good. It feels a lot better than having to pay the bank. But at the same time, when you get behind the gas pedal on a Hellcat, that feels good too. So, you know, hey, if you got the money, if you can afford it, absolutely, man, nothing wrong with having a loan on a car, none. And I didn't get rid of my Hellcat because I couldn't afford it. I had a lot of people asking me, like, did I run into financial problems? And the answer is kind of yes and no. I didn't run into any financial problems that would have kept me from being able to pay for my Hellcat or anything. Nothing like that. It was just the decision to cut down on some significant debt. Guys, I saved over $2,000 a month getting rid of the Hellcat and getting rid of the Camaro SS. $2,000 a month in car payments and car insurance is what I saved. So that is money that I decided I would rather put back into the channel. That means more cars, more content, hopefully better content. Is the power even on? Yes, it is. All right. That's what it meant to me. I was like, I could take that money, and I was paying almost $2,000 a month for my house in the city. It was $1,750 a month for that house, guys. So when you add that up, like, I have saved close to $4,000. In fact, when you count renter's insurance on top of all the utilities for that house as well, I have saved over $4,000 a month by getting rid of a couple cars and moving out to the country. $4,000 a month. Think about that, man. Think about that. Almost $50,000 a year I have put back into my pocket, which is why I'm bidding on $5,000, $6,000 cars right now. One of the cars I'm bidding on right now, $6,500. $6,500 is where I'm at on it right now. I'm also getting ready to put a $5,000 bid on another car and a $3,500 car on one of the cars we're looking at here today. So saving that $4,000 a month has enabled me to put a little money back so that I can try to bring some better content for you guys. And at the end of the day, what's more important? Driving a flashy car like this? Not really. This means nothing, man. Okay, it's cool, but believe it or not, you get bored of it after a while. It's like, all right, one-trick pony, you know? Yes, it spins the tires. Yes, the exhaust sounds good, but after that, it's like, what content is there? There's no content in something like this. None. So I decided to take the leap, get rid of my toys, and focus on buying these cars that I find interesting for the channel. Now, did I make a good decision? Hell, I don't know. Man, I think I did. I think I did, but almost dying every time I take a drive to Copart for you guys. I'll tell you right now, that's getting a little old. That's getting a little old. So you know what you guys can do? You guys can comment down below and you tell me, do you think that I made the right decision getting rid of my toys and getting rid of my house in the city and putting $4,000 a month back into my pocket so that I can try to bring some better content and better cars, and not to mention finish my shop with the lift and everything for you guys? Comment down below. I promise you, I'm going to read your comments. Next on my list, a 2004 Chevy Corvette. 79,000 original miles on it, guys. I have owned a couple C3s. I have owned several C4s. I have owned a C6 and I've owned a C7. I have never owned a C5, and I don't know what's gotten into me, but lately I have been just kind of itching to get a C5. Again, I don't know why. I can't help it. Oh, good Lord have mercy. What happened to you, girl? Golly, wow. Okay, 79,000 miles. Ooh, she looks bad. She looks real bad. Where's it says hood release, but where is it? Oh, there it is. Kind of hidden. Lots of weird push buttons. That's weird. These are like the membrane keyboards that came out on, like, what was it, the Atari 400 or 600 or something like that. It was a weird keyboard, membrane. Ugh. Boy, that radio doesn't look like it was installed all that well. 79,000 miles. It was poor car. Honestly, I'm thinking I may not be interested in this one anymore. Now the price is good. This one is up to $3,000. Ooh, that seemed a little sketchy there. This one's up to $3,000. Obviously, first thing I'm looking for is mods, and I don't really see anything other than that throttle body. Looks like it's aftermarket. I don't believe Chevrolet put an LS1 sticker on their throttle body. Air intake looks to be stock. Exhaust is stock. Yeah, pretty much everything else looks stock. I don't think the hood is damaged. They are concerned with a gap here, as you can see, and the gap here. That's most likely a fender alignment issue. At least that would be my guess. The fender actually looks like it's lined up pretty good. Maybe it needs to be moved in. The headlight, this is just a cover. It's a fiberglass cover. Took a little damage. Front bumper took some damage. The lights and everything in here, obviously, the brackets are broken. This looks like it may have been repaired in the past. Yeah, this has been repainted. So something has happened here before. So obviously it needs a new bumper. I can't really see under there. They took the Corvette logo off and put some AutoZone Special sticker on there. Look at this. Somebody shimmed the hood. Do you see this? Hold on. Hold on. Somebody shimmed. Come on. She's not going to focus for me. Okay, well, anyway, somebody shimmed the hood right there. I don't understand. There we go. Look at this. What is, pieces of plastic or something? Oh, okay, so obviously she's been in an accident before. You could see the paint, the overspray on here. So they didn't take a lot of care or pride in their work. Bottom side of the hood is a completely different color. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, this thing was definitely in an accident before. The whole 79,000 mile thing, yeah, looking at the heads, I can see that. I can see that, okay. Mileage is most likely accurate, but yeah, this one, honestly, I think the one that I'm bidding on right now and winning is a better deal. I don't think there's power to this one. Let me double check. No, I don't see anything on. Let me put a jump on this. Now let's at least fire it up and see what it sounds like. So this one is just not all that appealing to me. The one that I'm currently winning, and I already won it once. I actually won it last week, and they decided to decline my bid because they're asking too much for it, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to say how much, but it's too much. I'm winning it again, and I'm sure I'll win it this time. It's just a matter of being patient and, you know, getting the car for what you actually want to pay for and not overpaying. You don't want to overspend, guys. Remember, these cars can be had at the next auction. There's always another one coming up for auction. It's got some flashy little LED lights. Okay. Nah, everything about this car is screaming, stay away. Stay away. The seat is leaned way back. It is low mileage, though. It is low mileage. So, I mean, it's got that going for it, I suppose. But the one I'm looking at, you know, it's higher mileage, for sure. Oh, wow, that opened right up. Wow, I'm used to the C4, man. The C4 doesn't come up that easily. I don't know. She sounds good. She looks... I actually like the body style on the C5. I really do. I've been really enjoying these Corvettes that I've been purchasing, and I thought, you know what? Why don't we just kind of keep the trend going? And it'd be nice to buy a C5 because I've never had one. I'd love to experience it. I'd love to own one for a little bit before I inevitably sell it. But I think the one I'm looking at is just better suited for me. It does have a lot more miles. The one I'm looking at is a very interesting color. You don't see many Corvettes in the color that I'm looking at, for sure. I think the rims on it are aftermarket. It is a stick shift, and I don't know if these are 5 speeds or 6 speeds. I'm going to assume probably 5-speed. The one I'm looking at is, I don't even remember the exact year of it, but anyway, it's definitely above 2,000. And it's at least a 5-speed stick. So I think it'd be a lot of fun, man. This is an automatic. I'm sure it's fun as well. Definitely easier to daily drive without having to shift gears all the time. But I'll keep my eyes on this. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This hood feels like it weighs like 50 pounds, if at best, like maybe 30 pounds. This hood feels super light. But honestly, it's super sketchy. It's, whoo, man, oh man. It's got coolant. It's also got heads up. It sounds good. It looks good. The tires look decent. This could be a deal, maybe. Comment below, man. The mileage is what's just getting me on it, man. The mileage is really low, which means this thing probably has a ton of life left in it. A ton of life left in it. You can see the gaps over here are just awful. The fender gap up here is really bad. I mean, it's so tight you can barely fit a fingernail in it. And then over here, the gap, you could fit your whole finger. You know, so obviously the original accident was over here, and now it's had an accident over here. The hood is not lined up at all. It needs some work. It needs some work, but it's a pure sale. It's $3,000, and I mean, come on. A 79,000 mile C5 Vet. It's got good tires. These are BF Goodrich. These are G-Force Comp 2 AS, so they are the all-season tires. All the way around. Tires look new. It needs a complete respray, honestly. I think the only way to make this car look right is to just sand it down and repaint the whole car again. She looks good, though. She does. She looks good. A little bit of, you know, alignment issues on, and you gotta get rid of this. Come on, man. What is that? What is that? It's a fairly well optioned car. You know, it is. Just needs a little tweaking on the front end. Let's see if the lights work. I'm really considering. It's a little too late though. I'm already winning the other one, so it's not like I can cancel my bid or anything. But maybe if it goes over my current bid, this one is a pure sale. So I mean, whatever this sells for is what it sells for. Aren't these the headlights? They're not working? Uh-oh. Huh. Well, the headlights are on, but neither one of them came up. That's no bueno. Fog lights. Let's pop that hood again. Let's see if the headlights even came on. Yeah, and the air conditioning, I don't think the air conditioning works either. See, it's just the more I look at it, the more it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Sticky buttons, I think that's fairly common. Yeah, I don't think the AC works on this at all. We'll see. Let's look under the hood and take a closer look. I'll tell you this, though. She needs one hell of a detail. It looks like the windows have been left down. I'm not going to close the doors all the way. I've done that before and learned my lesson. Huh. Yeah, neither headlight appears to be operating. Now, you can. I hate doing it because a lot of times these things will bite you, man. You got to be careful. I've been bitten by these headlights before. There's a little knob on here that you can spin, and oh, that's too tight. Let's see. I'd like to see if it'll come up. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. No. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. The main thing I want to see is if the headlights work or if the headlights themselves are just not functioning. The motors could need to be rebuilt. Yeah, the headlights don't even come on. Nope. We got fog lights and we got parking lights, but the headlights don't function on this. So could be a wiring issue down here where the damage took place. Definitely a possibility. Parking lights work fine, just No headlights. She sounds good. Let's go ahead and put her in gear. Let her go forward and backward real quick. You know, oh man. Actually, that air conditioning feels cold, but it's also kind of, yeah, the AC does work. I was wrong. Okay, I'll admit it. The car is looking a little better. Everything is so sticky in here, though. It's bad, guys. Ugh. Active handling off. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, man. She's not. It's got a backup cam too. Nice. She goes backwards. Yeah, she goes forwards. Let's give her a little throttle. We've got the heads-up display. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but yeah, the camera just, it ain't cooperating with me on the focus, man. She's maybe it's just the heads-up thing. I don't know, but I don't know, guys. I am low-key interested. Yeah, dead as a doornail. Ugh. Another thing I'll say is it's a lot easier to get in and out of this, and now I'm going to be covered in dust and dirt. It's a lot easier to get in and out of this than it is getting in and out of the C4. That's a fact. You know, everything about this just screams it was some younger person. You know, little skulls on the on the wheels. I don't know. So maybe this one's worth running a Carfax on. The damage appears to be minimal. Low mileage, as I said earlier, about 10 times. But boy, that hood, man, wow. Oh, I don't think it clears the, maybe it does. Yeah, I guess it does. There we go. Yeah, she's gonna need some work, guys. Honestly, I think I'm really a little more interested in the one I'm bidding on. If I win it, I think you guys will absolutely love it. So that's it for this one. In fact, that's not just it for this one. That's it for this video, guys. I can't believe we're done. Boy, the weather just... That way, it's looking sunny, but all over here, it's turning into kind of a swirly, looking mess. And I do have an hour drive home, so I think I'm going to get out of here. But do me a favor, drop your comments below and tell me any of these cars that you saw today, which ones you would bid on if money was no object. If money was no object, which ones would you bid on? And how much would you be willing to bid on whatever car you're actually commenting about? Guys, big shout out to all of you for making what I do possible. Don't think I forget that. I know that every single video, I remember that you guys make this possible. And Copart right here also makes these walkarounds possible. So big shout out to them as well. If you enjoyed the content, give the video a big thumbs up. Drop those comments down below. And until next time, stay safe out there, buddy. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.